Hello, everyone, and welcome to another episode of Disillusion Plays Professor Layton versus Phoenix Wright, Ace Attorney, where we play the games and do the voices.
Yeah.
So we did wrap up the story last time, but in the interim, Pete has moved heaven and earth and gone on the quest for the crystal skulls to enable us to play the extra content on his original 3DS.
The quest for the original extra content, I believe.
Believe
The
me,
quest for the original.
was a quest
The quest
as well.
for the extra content. Yeah, it's... Unfortunately, we're not going to be able to run this through the emulator, so we are going to be... this is going to be like 3DS graphics and everything, which, I mean, it is what it is.
Yeah.
It was this and nothing.
But big McThankies from McSpankies to Pete for going through all of that. But before we hop on in, I am Taylor.
I'm Pete.
And I'm Sarah.
Nice. And, none of us, so Pete and Sarah have played the original game a long time ago, but none of us have actually seen the extra content. So we have no idea what it's going to be.
So I'm super excited because I love this game.
Yeah,
and I was
me too.
and it was kind of sad not being able to experience it fresh.
Yeah.
Although that being said, it didn't, it was still great and I didn't remember absolutely everything, so
That's something.
But with that, let's hop on in.
Woohoo!
I've even managed to get the save data off the emulator onto my DS, which is crazy. And here we are, special episodes and special galleries.
Nice.
We're not going to be going through the galleries, I'm afraid, everybody, sorry. But yes, reunion. So we don't know how long these are, so we might be chunking these up. I don't know, we'll just have to see how it goes.
Yeah, we literally know nothing.
See if I can remember the voices.
It's not been that long.
Well, you say that. We're back in London now.
Oh, we're back in the
in the
squatter's
flat
office.
he's squatting in, yeah.
Professor, shall I make tea?
Oh my god, it's like in real life.
Not just yet. They should be arriving soon. Let's wait until they get here, Luke.
Right you are, Professor.
Who are they, I wonder?
Hello?
Hopefully not another witch.
Sorry I'm late.
Wow, you're here. Please, come on in.
This is where it's Carmine instead.
Good
Oh, no.
day, Mr.
Ah,
Good day, Mr. Wright.
they did come to visit.
Yeah.
Hey there, Professor. Luke! It's been a long time.
Indeed it has. I'm delighted that you were able to come.
Hang on. Mr. Wright, where's Maya?
Oh, no, please.
Well, the thing about that
Oh,
one
no.
is, I didn't pick her up at the luggage carousel.
Oh!
She's... How can I put this? She's on a culinary quest?
A quest, you say?
Something about London hamburgers?
I mean, of course, when in Britain, you must have fish and chips.
She's checking out fish and chips here in London. Mystic Maya's quest for the best of the best, as she put it.
That was a terrible impression, Nick.
Well, she's not here to
You're not
hear
even
it.
here.
I could tell my ears are burning.
You don't say.
I'm afraid I do. She said she wanted to check out all the different places she can find one by one, so she's gonna be a little late. Yeah, she probably has about 2 or 3 more left to try before she gets here, though quite honestly, I'm not sure how the heck her stomach is gonna handle all of that grease.
No, it's not going to be good.
I'm starting to think Maya enjoys eating almost as much as I do.
Well, why don't we all have a nice cup of tea while we wait? Would you mind making it, Luke?
What am I? What did the last one? Look, what did your last slave die of?
Now, Luke, that's not very becoming of a true gentleman, now is it? No.
No, no problem, Professor.
There we go.
I've got to say, you both seem to be doing well. In fact, you don't look any different from the last time I saw you.
Well, that's because it was only a week ago.
Isn't this like a year? I think the thing said it was a year.
I can't remember.
I don't know.
Oh, thanks. Oh, we definitely keep ourselves busy, don't we, Professor?
I I can imagine you guys have been up to your necks in adventures and swamped with puzzles. Business as usual, huh?
Yeah, he's been in rehab again.
I must admit, that's fairly close to the
So,
truth.
you know, in the last episode, we had this speculation about, oh, they must have a falling out or something at the end of this, and that's why they never see each other again. I don't think that's it. I think it's they've come into the friend pattern of, yeah, we need to hang out sometime. Yes, definitely we need to hang out sometime.
Oh, no.
Yeah, we definitely got to get together. Yup.
2
Dang,
years
I guess-
later.
I guess dang, that hits home.
That does hit home.
Are things pretty much the same with you, Mr. Wright?
Well, at some point I lose my license and become a hobo, and then there's another random transient that comes in off the
wow.
street that my daughter helps with, but then I think I might get it back. I don't know where this is between that, but something like that.
You've got a daughter, Mr. Wright.
Oh yeah, long story.
Okay. Still up to your neck in objections and swamped with contradictions.
Sure, I guess so. Say, my job sounds really underwhelming when you put it that way.
Oh dear. Oh no.
Hey, what gives?
Okay, so we're assuming this is Maya.
I'm gonna guess it's Maya.
I mean, oh yeah. Oh, there we go.
You're all having tea without me?
Oh! Hiya, Maya!
Hiya, Maya.
Hiya, Maya.
Hiya, Maya. Ah, Miss Faye. A pleasure to see you again.
Long time no see, Luke. And I see you're still wearing that classy hat, Professor. How are you guys?
I never remove my hat, Miss Faye.
Yeah, he really sleeps in it and everything.
Better. All the better for your presence, Miss Faye.
Oh, shucks.
Oh, what am I, chopped liver?
So, did you find it? The best fish and chip shop in London?
Even better. I bought a takeout from each one of the places I visited. I hope your guys are hungry.
And Nick's just like, huh? Yeah, I'm sorry, what?
Maya, I'm sorry, you what?
Now that Miss Faye has joined us, I suggest another pot of tea is in order. Isn't that
Go
right,
on
Luke?
then, Luke.
You haven't even touched the first one yet. I'll second that, Professor.
It's because I'm intending to have a cup in each hand and just take a sip from each, one after the other.
Dual-wielding
And
teacups.
yes, alternate each drink, yes. End of episode 1. Well, that was quick. I see. So once again, you're here courtesy of the Legal League of Attorneys.
That's right. We have a technical exchange trial starting tomorrow morning.
What's it from with the Legal League of Evil? Wait, is it
Evil.
what is it? It's the Evil League of Evil, that's the Dr. Horrible thing, isn't it?
Yeah,
The Evil
I
League
Oh,
of
I've
Evil.
never seen Dr. Horrible.
It was
Yeah.
it's the legal League of Attorneys, and I'm there and I'm like, it's reminding me of something, and it's the Evil League of Evil.
Oh, there we go.
Time sure flies. It's hard to believe an entire year has passed since we left Labyrinthia.
Huh, okay.
I wonder how everyone there is doing.
It would be just great to see a speller again, wouldn't it?
Yeah, and Patty. I wonder how they're both doing. I'm curious as to how Barnum's keeping himself busy.
Just a boat.
Hey!
He's just a boatman now.
Yeah. Hey, Nick!
Uh-oh.
I bet you're just dying to see Barnum's dog Constantine again, huh?
And I bet he's just dying to take another bite out of me.
Oh dear.
I think more than one
Oh.
piece of me's left in Labyrinthia.
Professor, I think we have a visitor.
At this late hour, I can't say I've been expecting anybody else.
I'll go and see who it is.
In
Yes,
fact,
small child, go and answer.
I actually wasn't expecting any of them.
Oh, it's a speller!
Oh,
Back in her Red Riding Hood outfit.
Yeah.
yes.
Oh.
Oh no, she
Oh.
lost her memory again.
Oh, no.
Oh
What?
Oh, what?
no! Or is she playing a prank?
Are you Mr. Herschel Layton?
Wait a minute. We've played this game before.
I feel like I'm getting an awful sense of deja vu. Yes, indeed I am.
Herschel.
My Dear young lady, how may I be of assistance?
Herschel.
I've been asked to give you a letter.
Herschel!
This
Please.
all seems very familiar.
Please, could you read it?
It'll be like, happy birthday!
Yeah.
It's the... This... Wait a second.
What's happening?
The game's glitched and it's gone into the main story. This letter. It's from Carmine.
What was my next line? I forgot. How have you been, Mr. Layton?
I'm going to be honest. For a moment there, you almost had me.
That was a perfect performance, Espella. I felt like we'd gone back in time.
Wow, guys, talk about putting on a show.
Mr. Wright, Maya, it's so good to see you both again. So, how did you like the reenactment of our first meeting?
Well, they weren't there. So.
Yeah, you totally had me fooled. I thought for sure Labyrinthe had come down with another case of magic water.
What are you saying, Nick? They just reenacted the fateful scene from when they first met.
I bet the fans could recognise that scene in an instant.
I don't know what
he's
you
breaking
mean.
the fourth wall.
Wait, the fans? What are you talking about, Luke?
And then Luke looks straight at the camera.
Link.
How was I supposed to know? I wasn't even there. Hey, wait, neither were you, Maya.
Incidentally, where is Carmine? I invited him to join us too.
he-
So I
he had
actually
an
was actually
accidente.
so I actually was expecting somebody else, even though I said I wasn't.
There's just another car up in a different tree, and Chelmy's there like, Gordon Bennett, I haven't even figured out what happened with the last one.
Oh, crikey, don't you worry, Inspector. We'll get to the bottom of it.
Oh, that's right. He won't be able to make it tonight.
Really? Oh, well, that's a bit of a shame.
Speaking of Carmine, that letter I just gave you is actually a message from him.
Oh,
Please send help. God.
I'm dying. It's been a whole year. This cave, I'm running out of supplies in my cave.
let's read it, Professor.
A, B.
Oh, Lord.
Dear Professor.
Dear Professor,
Oh yeah, actually it's Carmine.
Yeah.
So yeah. Dear Professor.
it has been a long time. There's so much I would like to tell you, but at present I do not have the time. I am currently lying in a hospital bed
Well,
after yet another accident.
I mean, it's in the name.
That doesn't look like you're in a hospital bed. It all happened 2 months ago. I had just received a new assignment and set off towards town when suddenly... I was...
Oh, no.
I was hit by an oncoming car that crossed into my lane without warning.
I don't know why you're laughing, Taylor. That's a serious thing. Like that's a genuine, terrifying thing.
Just again, man who gets into a car accident in the opening scene.
Well,
This evening, I tried to sneak out of the hospital.
Because I cannot afford
probably
the
not a
medical
good
bills.
idea.
Although he's in London, he should be fine.
But before I could, they found me. I am sorry to say that I won't be able to make it to yours tonight after all. Alas, the lights in the ward have been turned off already. As such, I am forced to leave you with the only words appropriate for such a situation. Good night, Professor.
Weird that he put that in his.
Your faithful student, Carmine Accidenti.
Poor guy, just fated. His name fate doomed him from the day
Yeah.
he was born.
His parents were like,
Who'd have thought Carmine would get involved in another car accident?
What are the odds?
indeed. He seems to be making rather a name for himself, doesn't he? He seems to be making rather a habit of it.
That's grim, Professor. Huh. That's one dangerous habit.
I say he just should. I say he should change his name.
You say what, Maya?
I don't
Spit it
know.
out.
Why can't I say this? My God.
I say.
I say he should just change his name. Clearly, it's totally jinxed.
Yeah, like the Fae name. Oh, wait.
Hey.
I don't think that's how it works, Maya.
Too soon, Nick. Too soon.
Right then. Now that everyone's here, what do you all say to some tea? Again.
Bloody hell, Professor!
You're really putting that British. You're really.
You're really selling that we're British,
Yep.
aren't you?
Care to do the honors, Luke?
Bloody hell.
I
I'm gonna
haven't
be
even
honest.
finished the cup that you gave me.
Professor, I've told you to be careful. A man of your age, you'll be up peeing all night.
What is it, Mr. Wright? What is it, Mr. Wright?
Oh, it's nothing.
Wow, that's great! I'm so glad to hear everyone's doing fine back in Labyrinthia. Everyone's working very hard to create a new town. Labyrinthia 2.0.
The storyteller could not be bothered to come up with a different name.
So, Mrs. Leclerc and Mr. Barnum weren't able to come today?
I'm afraid not. They really wanted to, but they just couldn't take the time off.
Well, there's no rush. Apparently, these special episodes are set to continue for a while yet.
What?
Well, that's right. I'm sure we'll have the chance to see them all again soon.
Guys, this is feeling a little meta.
Now then, everybody, shall we begin?
Begin? Begin what, Professor?
Why, that should go without saying, Mr. Wright.
Oh, no.
Now that we're all here, it can only mean one thing.
The doors are locked, and we're going to have a game of Monopoly.
We're going to have a game of Locked Room Mystery.
Oh, God.
I think I know where this is going.
Oh, I've got it. You mean puzzles, don't you, Professor?
Puzzles?
Yes, Maya, have you forgotten already?
I guess so.
Puzzles dropped from the main game. I mean, specially prepared for our further enjoyment.
Professor, are you okay? You seem to be looking in off in space an awful lot.
Oh, I'm just looking at all those people, those wonderful people out there. Do you not see them?
Mr. Layton, are you okay?
Yeah,
Did you bang your head?
Well, that's
Wait,
that's beside the point.
guys.
But what?
We're ignoring the most important thing.
What?
Layton didn't invite Wordsmith.
Oh,
Travesty.
fancy not inviting the protagonist.
Yeah, I know.
I mean, the only problem is you don't need him putting his dinner all over the place in the first episode, do you? So,
But I feel like extending the courtesy, even if it's really quite rude. Honestly.
Oh, it's been so long. May I have a try?
I'm always ready for a new puzzle or two.
Me too. I'm up for this.
And I
No,
hope
you're
Nick isn't. Well then, puzzle time it is. Although, before we start, why don't we all have...
Oh my God!
Why don't we all have another cup of tea? If you would, Luke.
Professor, we've only got the one restroom, and what you're doing now seems like a recipe for disaster.
I think you, sir, are underestimating the power, like a British person's ability to consume copious volumes of tea.
You know, this is why I've been telling you why the electricity bill is so bloody high. It's all this tea making.
He has to go out and buy like a new can of tea each day.
Yeah.
You drink 80 tea bags a day, Professor. Is something the matter, Mr. Wright?
It's a wonder they get anything done, I suppose.
Yeah.
No, nothing at all.
I mean, let's be honest. If we were in, Neo San Francisco, then Nick could just be going, "Would you like some coffee, Professor? Do you want some coffee, Professor? Do you want some coffee, Professor?" So it's just the same in reverse, really, isn't it?
Got a sneaky suspicion that Mr. Wright doesn't like the tea, Professor.
I don't know. However, whatever do you mean, Luke? It's impossible. Nobody dislikes tea around here.
Nick, can we, talk for a sec?
I mean, we're talking now.
We've had so much tea. One more drop and I think I'm gonna burst.
Yeah, he does just kind of seem to keep filling that up. Tell me about it. Any more tea and we're gonna end up with a water problem of our own.
You know, you can take a little break if you need it.
Oh, what? A tea break? Luke, put on another pot.
How right you are, Espella. Luke, speaking of...
If the word tea passes your lips one more time, Professor, I swear to God.
Luke's literally stood in front of the kettle and he's just like waiting.
He takes a step, make
Got a
another pot of
scowl
tea.
on his face.
There's like 4 kettles on the stove.
Oh my God.
On each ring on the stove. Speaking of a break.
On the hob, surely.
Oh, whatever. Speaking of a break. How about a nice leisurely puzzle to relax ourselves?
With
You
a cup
can't
of
use the
tea.
bathroom until it's been completed.
The lock to the bathroom door requires solving a puzzle.
Oh no. Is this going to be a
God.
tea-related
Oh, it may be.
I think it might be.
Can you blend this, Espella?
Oh,
Will
there
it
we go.
blend?
Will it blend?
Alrighty.
Oh,
Watch them be like the hardest puzzles as well. Go on the Taylor.
the princess is attempting to create a deliciously delightful drink using only the fresh juice from the heart containers. For some reason, they've put 3 poison goblets out there. I guess someone wants the princess dead. Turn knobs on the touchscreen to start and stop the flow of liquid. You must turn 3 knobs in total. The fresh juice mixture should only flow from one of the 5 openings. Be careful not to mix in the rancid liquid from the skull containers.
Okay.
The valve knobs on the pipes control the flow of liquid through each pipe. Look carefully at the pipes and work out which knobs should be opened or closed to get the juice to the bottom. Touch submit when you have your answer.
Okay.
Mix the juice.
So, I guess the question is... So,
Okay.
did it say it needed to come out on the bottom in a very specific place? Or...
No, just that it has to come out the bottom.
But none of the others have to be mixed in with it.
So, like, we could say, for example, this, and then if we were to close that one...
But then we can't close off the black one there, so we can't use that one. So that middle black one is going to go down and to the right. So if you open that valve there...
Which valve,
to let
sorry? This one?
So, no. So you've got the line going down from the green, and you got it going down to that valve down there. But if that valve is open to let the green liquid through...
Oh, wait, are they already closed? Oh, that I see.
Well,
that
some of them are closed and some of them are open.
Right, I see.
So that one right there, if you open that, then the black liquid's going to flow down because there's nothing stopping it.
So where's the black
So you're going to
liquid?
have to use
the black
the...
liquid's going to come... Oh, I see, from here.
From the middle pipe there.
I see. Hang on then. So I wonder if... Could it go this way instead?
I think you're going to have to hang a right from the green one and then have that come out there. So basically just have it go that way and close all of those valves.
So we'd have to... Hang on, sorry.
So if you start at the top with the green one.
Yep.
Go to the right.
Oh, what? And you think that way?
Yeah. And then just close all of the other valves.
Oh, I didn't see that. Okay, hang on.
Do you see?
I'm just trying to work out the red one because there's a black one immediately next to it and they would mix together, which is a pain.
Not if it goes down the...
So we could do that one, but we'd have to open one, and then for the black, where the poisonous liquid, we'd have to... Let's see. See, that's strange. Well, what
Yeah.
the thing is there's this path.
That's probably going to flow down that way, yeah. I don't think it's
there's no way
gonna
we can,
matter, but how do we stop
There's no way we
it?
can stop that one, is there?
Which one? The second one?
This one here, look.
Oh, yeah.
I guess we could hit the button and see what happens, though, couldn't we?
I guess we see what is it going to work, how liquid would work, or is it just some weird...
Is it going to be strange?
Yeah.
That's probably a good idea. So
Probably ought to see, like,
So
how it
let's-
flows first.
I guess, yeah, so let's just see what happens to start with.
Oh, can you not?
Oh, okay, then.
I guess we can't see what it
We
does
do
to
have to
start
we do have to turn 3, so okay. No, I didn't mean to press that one. I meant to press this one. So we'll do that one.
Yeah, that valve's gonna have to be closed off. The one you've just written.
Yeah.
on.
Then the one between the two black ones on the right-hand side should be closed, I think.
Yeah, that will stop that one.
But then there's this, isn't there? It could come down here and obviously go out that way, or it could go this way and like do the same sort of
Yeah,
thing.
well, if it went that way, you could close off that bottom one. Like
Which,
let it.
which bottom one? Sorry.
So the
center.
second black one, let it flow to the right, and then shut that one off, and then that hopefully
one.
would stop it. That would stop that one, depending on how it flows.
Yes, it is weird. I gotta say, I'm very perplexed about, as you said, like this path. Unless I'm being stupid. I imagine people are probably shouting at the screen. At how
I don't
obvious
think. I
it
mean,
is.
there's no way. Like, if it flows the way that liquid would normally flow.
Unless
So-
it's going to do a detour and go left.
So what were we saying? Was it these 3?
So
I mean, the only thing I could think of is that, like what Sarah's saying. So, if the leftmost black one, assuming it doesn't dribble down or whatever, goes down, goes around, and then assuming it follows the path, it would come out through the spout with that valve. So then that one would need to be closed, assuming it doesn't just flop right out through the bottom of it. I think it can't, though, because if it does, then yeah, that would be literally unsolvable.
Or does the black liquid still have to come out anyway, as long as it goes into the right chalice?
Or as long as it goes into a it doesn't get.
As long as it doesn't
wait,
mix
is
in
it,
with
it's
the...
the mixing that's the problem,
Yeah,
isn't
you
it?
can't mix
We're
them.
being
I
stupid.
think they all could come out, but as long as none of the black goes in the red or the green, I think they
The
all
fresh
have to
juice
flow
mixture
out.
should only flow from one of the 5 openings.
Oh, so we mix them
Oh.
together.
So we have to mix.
And we have to mix the red and the
juice.
green
Oh,
anyway.
Okay.
If only we'd read
We're
the cards, people.
stupid.
If only we'd read the cards.
Right, let's start again.
Right. Oh, for
So-
Lord's sake. Right.
Right,
Okay.
So now we're finally getting to the point. So
Okay.
I guess-
so. The
so-
green and the red can mix. Yeah, from there.
You snacking
Yeah.
up.
Pizza.
Oh.
Oh, I see. Paint. So lovely. So now we just need to make sure that the other liquid doesn't mix in with it.
Okay. So
So there's this one. We don't want this one.
I don't want that one.
We have to open the red one.
Yep. What about? Oop, oop. Wait a second.
Puzzles in the main game take us 2 minutes. Puzzles in the side content.
Well, I mean,
10 hours.
Yeah, I mean, maybe. I was sort of expecting this would be the case.
I feel like. I feel like it's one of those 3 under the second black one from the left. I feel like one of them needs closing, but I'm trying to think.
One of these.
Yeah.
It's going to be that middle
Oh, this
one,
one.
I
This
think. Yeah,
Yeah.
because
Oh,
otherwise
because
the,
it's gonna it's gonna mix here, isn't it?
Yeah.
I think we've rumbled it.
Right.
I think.
Let's see what happens. Oh.
Did I get it? I did! Yes!
Yay!
Estella, you've been staring at that for 30 minutes.
Honestly, I'm a little bit disappointed.
I I solved it
Wonderful.
though,
The
didn't I?
princess seems most pleased with the results.
Okay.
Lord.
Whew.
Oh, she did it, Professor!
You know, I think I'd rather be full of puzzles than full of tea any day.
Maya, that's
That-
weird that you say it that way.
Wait. That doesn't make sense.
Maya, I think you might want to rephrase that. Oh, speaking of tea, now that we've all solved the puzzle, let's all celebrate with another cuppa. Right, Professor?
I'm going to be honest, this is pretty accurate, though.
Yeah, it is.
Are you ill, Professor?
I'm just not very satisfied with the conclusion to that puzzle. Not this time, Luke.
Eh?
I think we've all had enough tea for now.
Oh, have we, Professor?
Well, for the next 5 minutes, anyway. I think it might be time to try some of those fish and chips instead. Wouldn't you agree, Luke?
Oh, I think that's a smashing idea.
And what better way to wash down fish and chips than with some tea?
I'm so full. I couldn't eat another chip. By the way, Nick, just how many cups of tea do you think we all got through tonight?
I stopped counting after 20.
20?
Let's see now. We all had a cup when I got here. That makes for a total of 3 cups altogether.
And we all had another one each when I got here, which is another 4 cups. That makes 7 cups in total. And when I arrived, we all drank 1 more, which is another 5 cups. That brings the total to 12.
And finally, we all had another cup right before solving that puzzle just now.
Please say it's 17, because that would be a nod to Godot.
Well, yeah, that is.
That's another 5 cups, bringing the grand total to 17 cups of tea. Huh.
17 cups, huh?
Come on. You're dangling the carrot.
Say, Nick, maybe the professor has a rule when it comes to drinking tea? Yes!
Yeah!
Yes!
What do you mean?
You know, something like, I'll never drink more than 17 cups of tea during any given puzzle.
The gentle, like the camera push in there.
Yeah.
Oh my god, the knowing wink.
Maya,
Mm-hmm.
you might want to think twice about using that kind of Ace Attorney reference here.
Huh?
Wait.
But the audience get it, right?
Oh,
Well, that's about it for episode 1. Until next time!
in the next episode, we'll be inviting along more of the characters you all came to know and love.
Hey, Professor. Is it really okay for everyone to be so, self-aware like this?
Ease up, Nick. Sometimes a little self-awareness is fun. Isn't that right, avid video game player?
I don't.
Oh
I don't
my
know- I don't
god,
know-
that's us!
I don't know what.
They know!
Is she talking to us?
Well, we'll see you all again next time then.
But we're doing the voices, so really we're talking to ourselves as gamers. God,
Oh my god!
Oh dear God! It's a circle.
It's not a lake, it's an ocean.
I'm so glad there was the Godot reference.
Yes,
in there.
Okay, so how long is that? Okay, so
yeah,
maybe
about
we,
30. Well,
so
we
let's
took
try
a
and
while with the puzzle. We'll say
Yeah,
about 30 minutes.
we'll have to
roughly.
see how we do. Let's hop into the second one then. Okay, there are going to be some location differences.
It's the old Bridge of London.
all right.
Wow, it's been ages since we were here last, Professor.
Oh, I think I remember this place. Isn't this?
Well, you went off the bridge, yes.
That's right. This is where we were This is where we came right after you were snatched away by witches. In fact, it's where our investigations began.
Oh yeah, Professor, do you have an explanation for those moving statues and the handprint in the car?
I'm working on it.
There seem to be a lot of people around given the time of day.
I've seen a bunch of other people wearing top hats just like you, Professor. Has there been some kind of English top hat revival?
I mean, yeah, that was my experience when I went to London too.
Oh, yeah.
You know, was everyone was wearing top hats. Even you know, Pete and Sarah,
Oh,
not
yeah.
living outside of London, they had top hats on when they came to get me from the
Oh,
airport.
for sure.
Yeah, definitely. Not of note. Perhaps there was a wedding. At any rate, I thought I'd introduce you to some places related to last year's incident.
Oh, wow, that sounds like fun. Right, Nick?
Well then, without further ado, we'll not let Nick speak. Who cares? Shall we make our way to the next location? Okay then.
Oh, this is where we ran into the Great Witch, isn't it?
Eve was really on top form that night, wasn't she? You said it. That scene was super intense. My eyes were totally glued to the screen.
But Maya, how did she fly?
But what do you
I
mean
don't
glued
know.
to the screen, Maya? You were on a plane flying over. This is very strange. Our next stop is a famous London park.
Oh, you mean the part where Carmine and I were trying to escape from the witches in his car?
Is the car still going to be up there?
Yeah.
I would think
Ugh,
so.
that must be where that crazy crash happened, right? After that, Carmine took his leave for the rest of the game.
If we're lucky, the park should still be open at this time. There's something I'd like to show you all, but I'd better go on ahead and get it ready. Bye!
Oh yeah, the puzzle. Hey, check it out! That's that walled-in puzzle. If you solve the puzzle, you get to enter this spooky secret room.
Ah, yes. That puzzle was a little arduous, as I recall. Moving all those heavy blocks around was quite the physical challenge. That's why I had Luke do it.
Yeah.
Fortunately, he's not here to complain about it now, so...
There's a bit of a crowd around it, so I'm not sure if we can get this nearer.
Espello, are you seeing people?
No? Yep. Tons of top hats here, too. I can't even see the pattern on the wall.
Am I going crazy?
Not to worry. Let's head towards the park instead. Although, now that the mysterious accident has been cleared away, there's nothing particularly eye-catching about it.
Well, makes sense. Though I'd still like an answer.
There'll be a puzzle to solve about the... Oh,
Oh no, it is still there!
I mean, of course it is. They're not going to have changed any of the assets.
What the?
Whoa! No kidding! I didn't know cars could fly like
That's some
that!
bloody good headlights if it's able to stay
Yeah,
on
yeah.
for a year in a tree.
Huh. This is most peculiar. This is most peculiar. I'm quite certain that that accident had already been cleared away.
Luke's just there operating a crane and stuck it in.
Layton, what brings you here this evening?
I mean, I'd expect
It's
it
just
to be
Chelmley.
Chelmley, right? Well, if it isn't, Inspector Chelmey.
Oh, Chelmey.
Chelmey.
Maya, do you see the size of that guy's mustache?
Yeah, it's pretty epic, man. Jeez.
Also, Maya, what's with his arms? Have you seen his body?
Wow,
He's built like Frankenstein.
Yeah. Or Igor, at least.
you know. Whoa, the famous Inspector Chelmey. Pleased to meet you, sir.
You could use his mustache as a lampshade. Although it actually just kind of looks like a big frowny face, honestly.
I mean, I guess if you
Like an
blur your
open
eyes
mouth
a bit,
frowny
yeah.
face. I can't imagine what you're all doing here. That mysterious incident has long since been cleared up.
You say that, Inspector, but there would appear to be something rather out of place up in that tree. Would there- would there-
the love of...
Would there not?
Ha! Well, needless to say, Scottish Yard has no intention of divulging any such information to the likes of you lot. We couldn't get up in the tree. Then again, I suppose it can't hurt to fill you in on the basics. That vehicle is what you might call a game set-piece tourist attraction.
I'm sorry, what?
Game set piece?
On account of your game being such a big hit, of course.
I'm not entirely sure what you mean. You mean the curious?
How flattering, I guess.
You mean diabolical box?
Ever since your little collaboration was released, this right here has become a popular spot amongst fans. I wonder if this is actually true? Probably not. Tour guides are dressing up as the main characters and leading fans around on tours of the city.
Well,
it's been quite embarrassing, actually, because I've come to get your help a couple times, and it's just been some other bloke wearing a top hat.
Yeah, Taylor, I suspect, and probably not in real life, because, I mean, the car won't be up in the tree in the real-life park, I expect.
Damn it, we need a Professor Layton theme park.
It's just a puzzle day. That would explain it then. Namely, the reason behind our seeing so many top hats around this evening.
Spot on, Layton. Believe it or not, those people are dressing up as you.
Oh, God.
No one's dressed up as me, though.
How...
Beggars belief.
How intriguing. I imagine I must look like a fan as well. You might even say I'm impersonating myself.
There's also a bunch of people going around with big, long, fake beards, carrying dinners on trays. I know idea what that one's about.
Oh, no.
Oh, no.
I had rather hoped that that fad would die out sooner rather
His
than later.
popularity made it here, did it?
I see.
Say, what about the car up there? Was that reconstructed for the tour? As I said before, Scottish Yard has no intention of divulging any information on that matter. None. Well,
I suppose I could tell you.
well, I suppose just a little scrap of info is only fair. You are the protagonist, after all. That vehicle is what you might call the main tourist magnet of this whole Bladen park.
Tourist magnet?
Very good, you can sound out words. You heard me right, they felt something really memorable was needed at the end of the tour, see? And we couldn't book the moving statues. They went back off to Dragon Quest, actually. So some bright spark decided they'd call on a bit of audience participation to recreate the accident as the tour's grand finale.
Audience
participation?
Wait. Recreate the accident? As in, hey, let's throw this car into that tree again. Recreate? No way.
I'll tell you, some of these game fans are brave as a bobby. First, they drive along a predetermined course. Then they hit some pedestrian.
Wait a sec.
And that stone statue over there gets up and chucks the vehicle and its occupants up into that tree as precisely as possible.
Wait a sec. What?
What? Is this the explanation? What?
Kinda hoping you'd say something a little more reassuring, like with flawless precision. Well, you know, it misses once or twice. Guidance system still needs some tuning up. You know, that vehicle there, that vehicle was thrown into that tree just a moment ago.
Oh my god, did Luke drive it?
Oh.
It's Luke drove it.
I'm astonished that such a plan could manage to obtain approval.
Well, that fella, Arthur what's-his-face, Cantabella, that's the name. He apparently threatened to spill some secrets about government mind control or whatever, and after that the permits just kind of, set themselves up, really.
Gotta do it.
Well, you know Londoners, they're all daredevils at heart. It's
they?
pretty popular with the folk.
Are they?
It's pretty popular with the folk over at Scottish Yard, too.
But doesn't it strike anyone as a little weird?
Weird? What do you mean by that, missy?
That statue is supposed to have been moved by witchcraft, wasn't it?
Oh, God. Is
Oh,
this
good.
the
They're
explanation?
acknowledging it.
Here we go. And this is
Okay.
the explanation. Oh, it's a big animatronic.
Oh, God. But there's no such thing as witchcraft here in London. That's right. How do you explain that, Inspector?
Listen, you lot, how many times do I need to say it? I have no intention of divulging that kind of sensitive
I
information.
like the aggressive pointing.
Yeah.
Like waving the pointy finger.
Oh,
well, if they pull a sad
if you're
enough
gonna pout
face.
about it, I suppose I couldn't, those puffed out cheeks.
Don't give me that
I can't. Hey ho! I suppose just a little hint wouldn't be out of order, but this is the last time you hear me. Now, anyone who's cleared this game already knows that magic isn't the real deal. Spoiler alert, I guess, for anyone who's watching this after the
Well,
main game.
Yeah.
I was gonna say you can't play this until you've beat the main game, but I suppose
If they
watching
view
order.
it, yeah. Exactly.
Well, the truth is that stone bloke over there is, in fact, a robotic bloke, created with the very latest ultra-advanced technology.
Yeah, it's actually called a Gundam. Whatever that means.
Robotic?
Yeah, it just so happens that research has been carried out day and night over at Labrador Inc. in order to make magic a reality. That statue is a prototype that came about through their research.
Oh, aye.
But what's a prototype like that doing here?
And what if literally anybody saw it?
Yeah, they'd be freaking out.
Well, seems Labrador were rich enough to buy up that part of the park.
Oh my god! And everyone and all the pedestrians are just paid actors.
But why would they go placing a statue like that in a park?
Listen, are you saying it's a bit contrived that a particular person who's run away with a particular girl would go across this particular stretch of park, having these particular statues that are also particularly modified to be robots, be there at the specific time they were driving by to chuck them into the tree?
Yeah.
Are you?
Yeah, that's exactly
Yeah,
it.
I mean, fair point, really. There's a good reason for that. You see, when that upstart detective took a speller and fled Labyrinthia, they needed some way of grabbing his car and lobbing it into a tree. That's so improbable, it's ridiculous. Funny you should say that. Labrador's corporate slogan is making the impossible improbable. What?
If I may interject, why exactly is that robot picking up tourists' cars and throwing them into that tree?
Hey, why not investigate that yourself, Layton?
What?
What? Hey. Well, apparently, the president of Labrador is no longer in need of magic, so he's donated the statue to the people of London.
That seems quite reckless.
Inspector Chelmy, do you mind if I ask you something?
Like, what the heck?
What is it? Or, what is it? You've been telling us since the start that you have no intention of divulging any information.
But you've divulged all of the information.
But now it kind of feels like you've told us everything. What? I have not.
No, not everything.
I mean, why make a big deal about divulging things if you're just gonna tell us anyway?
Bugger.
Layton, I don't like this new person you're hanging out with. Do you have any idea what you've just said?
Uh-oh.
Threatening
The
aura.
menacing.
Huh?
Why didn't they use that zoom in the game? Like in the main
Yeah,
game.
yeah.
It's really funny.
Don't you lot understand the whole fierce, authoritative hierarchy going on between Layton and me?
Authoritative hierarchy?
A spell that don't do the thing where you act like you don't know what words mean. You're smart. I know you are. Stop doing that. I always have to say something like, keep your nose out of police affairs, Layton, and then he inevitably doesn't, but that works out because then I'll need his insight to clear the case, and then we both have a big hubbub about it, and then the cycle repeats itself. Even though everyone already knows from the start which of us is the more talented. Me. Right, I guess. I never called... It's not called Inspector Chelmy versus Phoenix Wright, is it? No, it's not. To be downright honest, I'd be more than happy to tell Layton everything I know. But I can't just do that now, can I? No, it would be too simple. I've got to stand firm under their steely gaze of older players and put on an air of superiority. That's my sad fate as Layton's rival.
No kidding. Well, that sounds like that's a weight off your shoulder, Inspector.
It's good to vent a little once in a while. I mean, this is a special episode after all.
Inspector, you needn't think about things so much.
Oh, Gordon Bennett, he was standing here, wasn't he?
It's certainly not something worth worrying about. In truth, I actually have no regard for you whatsoever.
Oof.
In truth, I have never once considered you to be my rival.
Maya, I think we just watched a man die inside.
Yeah, I just saw his soul leave his body. I could see it so permanently, I could probably channel it.
What the devil is that supposed to mean? Tell me, what are you getting at?
Well,
You're telling me this has all been in my head? That you don't reciprocate my feelings?
I generally find you an insignificant character, and we speak
Oh!
to you.
Professor?
Barton, you don't agree with him, do you?
Well, I mean, sir, honestly, it's not like we talked to him for very long, is it? We sort of go, hello there, we tell him stuff, and then he goes off on his way. And then you just...
You're telling me all this time I've been writing to me mum telling her I'm some deuteragonist in a Layton game, and all this time I've just been a gormless NPC?
Well, we're both PCs, aren't we? That's our job. I don't know what the end bit is.
Tell me,
Normal
what were you getting at?
My dear Inspector Chelmy. My dear Inspector Chelmy, it simply means that I see you not as a rival, but rather as a friend.
Good save, Professor! As a friend, you say? Yes, that's just what I was getting at.
Yes. Now, would you like some tea?
Is it me
Oh,
or...
thank you. I've only had 10 cups.
Oh, well, 7 to go then.
Dash. Is it me or has anyone else noticed those long, awkward pauses between Inspector Chelmy's answers?
I'd abandon that line of questioning if I were you, Maya.
Oh.
Normally, of course, that kind of free-flowing information only comes from Constable Barton.
Constable Barton, you say?
He's the one who gives too much away, meaning I have to say something like, "Oh, shut it, Barton, I'll do the talking." But he isn't around today, which is why I felt the need to pause, hence all the uncomfortable silences before I answered.
Now that you mention it, Constable Barton is rather conspicuous by his absence this evening.
Speaking of being absent,
Luke? Where did Luke get off to?
what about Luke?
He's up in the tree, isn't he?
With Barton.
Yeah. We haven't seen him since he left us and went on ahead. Hey, that's right. Luke! Hey, Luke! Don't tell me he's been abducted by a witch. Now, after all we've been through.
Son of a witch!
Fear not, Miss Fay. I can assure you he's quite all right.
What do you mean, Mr. Layton?
You see, I have this tracking device on him at all times, and so I'm able to see that he's actually quite close to us, in fact. If you're concerned about Luke's whereabouts, then I have something that might be able to offer some clarity.
Huh? Does that mean what I think it means?
I,
a puzzle.
I don't know what you mean. Quite right, Miss Fay. It's time for a puzzle.
Oh, goody.
That rehab
Again.
worked wonders.
Again with the puzzles.
I mean, what game do you think you're in, Mr. Wright? It would appear.
My game, that's what.
My game. That's why we're not doing any court bits. It would appear that before Luke went on ahead, he left us a message. Only he wrote it in a cipher that we're going to have to decode.
Yes, probably.
If we can solve this puzzle, we'll no doubt gain an important clue as to his current whereabouts.
Here we go again.
Aw, cute Maya.
Aw, that is cute.
Oh no, it's the birds again!
No, not birds.
A flock of parrots has a message to convey. Each different parrot has a word they'd just love to get across, but unfortunately they're all speaking at once. That means their message is getting a bit scrambled. Like what happens when multiple Disillusioned Plays members try to make a joke at the same time.
What are you
Try and
talking
work
about?
out
We
which
don't-
parrot is saying...
What are you talking about? We don't make jokes.
Well, fair enough. Is saying what, and see if you can decipher the message. Just make sure you're listening to the right parrots, Maya.
Hey.
Touch one of the parrot cages on the touchscreen to display what those parrots are saying. Try and work out which parrots are saying which words. Each type of parrot says a particular word. Just stay away from the one that has the F. Touch input answer, just like the correct... Oh, no, that's fine. No, that's okay. I was... Dark afternoon loves his tea.
Wait a minute.
Layton loves his dark tea.
I think his parrots know me.
So...
Loves his dark afternoon.
Chocolate.
Layton in his dark afternoon.
Okay,
Layton
so-
and the chocolate tea.
So let's see. Layton. Layton's mentioned 3 times.
I'm trying to
here.
see which birds are popular with each one.
So this right. So the red one's Layton because Layton is mentioned in all 3 of these, and
Yeah.
neither of these. And there's no the red parrot isn't in there. The red one with the black cat.
Yeah.
So that's Layton. What else do we have? Afternoon.
Is the yellow one
afternoon.
loves?
Loves. Yes.
Yeah, I feel there was an image at the beginning that had the quote mark and it said something in it. I don't know if it was a red herring though.
You mean a red parrot?
A red parrot.
Okay. What else do we have? So this
Is the
blue
Is
the blue one and the green hats mentioned on 4 of these. So what's on this one? Afternoon, his tea,
Tea?
his. That would be his.
Is.
Is this going to be Layton loves his dark tea?
loves his tea dark?
Well, afternoon tea.
So hang on. So what's this one? Tea. Right, hang on. Dark. It's going to be loves his dark tea. Yep. And then tea would be the. Oh, I suppose it's either chocolate or tea. In fact, that might be the joke. It might be chocolate. Loves his
Yeah.
dark chocolate because the tea would be the red herring.
Yeah.
So what's the orangey sort of yellowy orange one with the blue hat is this one. So it's tea. It's tea.
It's tea.
Yeah, it's tea.
Oh
Loves
my
his
god!
dark
If
tea.
the explanation in the beginning when it was telling you about the puzzle. Okay.
Oh, no!
Dang.
Oh no!
I failed.
This seems to have something to do with warm beverages.
It must be loves his tea dark.
Loves his tea dark. Curses. Okay, so hang on a sec.
Parrots.
The green one with the. So let's see. What's in this one? It's tea. Oh.
What?
So hang on. Dark. No, hang on. Dark tea. Dark.
It's afternoon in a few.
What, loves his afternoon tea?
Yeah.
Oh.
Okay, let's try this again. Yeah, I did
Yay!
it!
Well done, Sarah.
It's just afternoon appeared a lot, so.
Yes.
Excellent. A gentleman like the professor always makes time for tea.
There we go. That one didn't take us too long.
No.
Wasn't like the other one.
You mean take us tea long?
No, Taylor, no. No.
So, Layton loves his afternoon tea is meant to be some kind of clue. It just kind of seems like a generic statement describing him.
Way to state the obvious, Luke. Yes, we all know Mr. Layton loves his tea.
I'd only call it a revelation.
Oh, indeed. It would seem there was no clue to be had after all.
Where in the blazes has Barton got to anyway?
Yeah, I bet Luke and Barton are both in the car.
Yeah.
I guess.
I could have sworn he was here when that youngster arrived. Oh, bother.
Oh! So Luke did come to this park after all. And, guys, remember what he said?
There's something I want to show you all, but I've got to jolly well get it ready first, governors.
Or something like that.
I mean, yeah, that's how British people talk. Yeah, I mean,
Jesus, it's like Taylor reciting it.
Or something like that.
To me, that something sounds like it can only be referring to one thing. Fish and chips.
Remind me, what was it you said a moment ago, Inspector?
That were rivals?
Something about that attraction being popular amongst your colleagues at Scottish Yard?
Well, yes, I'll remember saying that all right, but what are you... Barton? Do you think the something he wanted to show us in this attraction could be the same thing?
You mean Luke and Constable Barton are... Oh no! What should we do? Luke!
Luke, are you in there?
Uh-oh.
Help!
Broken me leg.
Oh.
Oh! I think I can hear something coming from the top of the tree.
Help! Help!
Quick, Maya, get a stepladder!
So a ladder, Nick,
A
surely.
stepladder won't be long enough for this.
Professor? How are we supposed to get down from up here?
If there's
You'll
no
have to
ladder bit, I'm going to be so upset.
Yeah.
Oh, it does feel appropriate.
Well, at least it seems like Luke is okay. Thank goodness.
Oh,
That would have been a prime time for the stepladder joke.
Absolutely.
Bum, na 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 na.
Well, I think that about time's right.
Unfortunately,
Ha ha!
we're out of time.
The time
everybody.
is Phoenix Wright,
Right.
Ace Attorney.
Yes, unfortunately, we'll have to call it for the day on this episode. Thank you very much for tuning in and watching the special episodes of Professor Layton versus Phoenix Wright. We've all been very excited to play these, as Taylor
The
mentioned
last
at the beginning.
episodes.
We have none of us have seen these, so it's been nice to actually get an insight to seeing them.
So,
And
yeah.
thank you, Pete, once again for going through
Oh, don't be daft.
hell and back trying to get
But
them.
yeah, so if you like them, please give the video a like, hit the subscribe button if you haven't already, and watch some of our other content. Tell your friends about it. Let them know. Let them enjoy the silly content, so it doesn't become a complete waste of time.
I mean, it's not a waste of time because we're enjoying it.
That's, I suppose, there is.
And you've got the whole entire Professor Layton versus Phoenix Wright main game to go through now, because we've finally finished that. So,
Yes.
without further ado, we will see you next time.
Catch you in the next one, everybody.
And don't forget, everyone, remember to tune in for the next series, which is Professor Layton versus Inspector Chelmy. It's going to be a good one. It's going to be great.